Okay, so the first gap I noticed was I did not see where the cabin crew, as the flight attendants, called the pilots to say, hey, this is what's going on. The second gap I noticed is when the lady in question hits the flight attendant, nothing was done. Someone decided to start making a video. I say it all the time. Instead of making a video, why don't you try and resolve the issue? But social media these days is, oh, I want to be the one who posts the video. Now, for the entire situation, there are three people I blame. Number one, the security agencies. Number two, the flight crew, the entire flight crew, captain, first officer, and flight attendants. And number three, the ground personnel. There should be some form of training to bridge conflict resolution among all three. Where, okay, if this is happening, we have an unruly passenger who makes the final call of kicking them off. Okay, who now decides to kick them off? From what I saw, it was almost like it was the ramp agents were the one that were bringing her out. That's not done anywhere except in Nigeria. You have police, you have airport police. The reason for airport police, that is literally, other than protecting lives and well-being, is for situations like that where if you have to take someone out, because the police is not just police for, like I said, protecting lives. They are also a form of sensitive security. When you see a police officer and he says, hey, you have to do this, you have to respect his authority. Nothing like that was done. Instead, it seems like the ramp agents took the laws into their hands to forcefully remove her. And then she was also assaulted in the process. So I don't know what the training is like in Nigeria or how they get their training done on what's whistle. And if you now relate the same thing with what happened on the guy's case, I think they said he's a musician or something. Yes, it's looking like selective justice because nobody did that to him. But it can't be like, say, because in Nigeria, when they feel say nobody know, she can just get the whole brunt of the law. And for him, he came out apologized. For her, I don't know, but I don't think she's even been given an opportunity to apologize. I heard this morning that she's in Kirikiri prison, and I'm like, wait, when did the judge preside on this? When did all of these things go on? I went on the internet and I said, yeah, it's social media.
Yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Your main doggy master, and you already know what time it is. In regards to this Ibom Air incident, initially I see something about if any of the passengers on board could actually testify to what actually triggered to this girl reacting the way she reacted. From there we'll be able to derive to a particular thing that we can hold on to and say this is what actually caused this very thing. And moreover, I'm not seeing it that this girl will just suddenly, all of a sudden, start to reacting because she was asked to switch off her phone or put her phone on the flight mode. All that explanations. If you can actually go to the details, to the initial things that triggered to this very thing that happened and started popping online, you will see that, let's take as a case study, conductors in a bus. You know how bad-mouthed conductors are. So this girl, the air hostess in question, she might likely have something of that attitude. So let's not just overlook that side. There are some other people that were complaining about this particular air hostess from previous flights. There are people that complained about her. So this very thing, for the fact that it happened this very way, she played what she played, and the guys in question that dragged her, they are not the security, they are not policemen. They took laws into their hands. Secondly, coming to the fact that these people, on the process of drawing that girl on the floor, they stripped her naked. That was an assault. So these areas, we should actually look into these areas. And another big wrong thing is the fact that AON hurriedly charged her. I don't know the lawyer or the judge that charged her to prison. As in, I really don't understand the scenario. How can something just happen immediately? You didn't even give the girl a fair hearing. You didn't try to investigate on the case. All of a sudden, you just boom. I don't know if we should keep allowing these things to happen in this way. Nigeria, it is going to be heavy on us. We are crying on what politicians are doing to us. Look at what we, the masses, are doing to ourselves as well. No, we should desist to this. The air hostess, you people are supposed to be highly coordinated. You ought to be so mannered in the sense that even if somebody triggered you to anger, you should be able to calm the person down. Yes, it's your duty. Let's actually, like, for what this man said, that is the only thing I'm going to take. Nothing anybody won't tell me about what, if not what this man just said on channels, television. Life is actually a working process. Let's think out of the box and make sure we walk through the right processes with a full body.